Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ashraf. I teach in the University of Kerala. I appreciate for your brilliant exposition on the topic. You started your talk with an analogy saying that a Muslim killed innocent people in a mall. A Christian also did the same thing. But whenever a Muslim used to do, we have so many instances. They always, either they carry Quran or sometimes they quote from the script, of course from Quran. In the fag end of your talk, you listed some organizations like LTT, ULFA. So all these radical movements, either in the Latin America or India or elsewhere, when they do this kind of activities, sometimes heinous crimes, they never quote from the script. It is only Al-Qaeda. It is only JAIYSH Muhammad. It is only Taliban. It is only IS. They always quote from the script. So, we don't have any right to criticize the media for branding the crime as Islamic terrorism or Islamic terrorist. Thank you.
Can you please stand there, brother? Please, can you be near the mic? Yeah. For the response. With all due respect to your question, you really lack in proper knowledge. You don't have proper knowledge. Did you hear about the Irish Republican Army?
I know.
What do you know about them?
Pardon?
What do you know about Irish Republican Army? The Irish Republican Army.
Yeah.
Do you know something about them?
Yeah, they have some Christian ideological background.
They don't have some Christian ideology. They have complete 100% Christian ideology. Every terrorist activity they do it in the name of Christianity. That means you lack in knowledge. Okay. ULFA.
Okay.
ULFA. They claim themselves to be pious Hindus.
Pardon?
They claim themselves to be pious Hindus. And for them to carry a scripture is almost next to impossible.
I object it. No. You cannot be quoted from any of their leaders quoting from their script, either from Bhagavad Gita or any of the Hindu religious text.
I never said they were caught with Bhagavad Gita. You didn't hear my statement. You are prejudiced now. You are prejudiced. You just want to prove your point. I said, ULFA people claim themselves to be Hindus, pious Hindus. I didn't say carrying, physically.
They carry Hindu names.
Sorry?
They carry Hindu names.
Not just Hindu names, they claim themselves to be pious Hindus. I think it's very clear English statement. They themselves, whether they are or they are not, I don't want to debate on that subject now. I'm saying their claim is they are pious Hindus. That is what they claim. There are many religious groups, Christian religious groups in the eastern region fighting in the name of Christianity. The Mizoram, the Nagaland, the Tripura regions have many groups fighting in the name of terrorism with their ideology backing the religion. Now, carrying a book, I don't know why they don't carry a book. Coming to JAIYSH Muhammad, Al-Qaeda and all these groups, where did you find that I was defending that group? Did I defend that group? One statement was enough to say, where I said, quoting the Quran, Mr. Ashraf, that if you kill an innocent life, Allah made it clear, you killed humanity. It's a straightforward statement. Then, I also told you that if any non-Muslim commits an action in the name of religion, it is never promoted as religious terrorism or religious fanaticism. It is in fact promoted as lunatic and eccentric people doing. And I said, the same way, even if JAIYSH Muhammad and Al-Qaeda does something, don't label Islam to them, call them Muslim lunatics and eccentrics. I didn't want to say they are doing anything which is justified. I said very clearly, Quran is clear. Killing innocent is killing humanity. JAIYSH Muhammad does it, LTT, LASHKAR TAYYIBA does it. 100% they are doing haram. I in fact request my Indian government, please do that with me. Along with me, request the Indian government to give weapons to people like us and we will do jihad against these terrorist groups. We are ready to fight. See, open statement, but you are so shy. You don't have the guts to speak this into the public media, saying give Imran the weapons and let them do correct jihad. Even you don't want to do the correct jihad. You are totally swayed away by their moods. So LET, I never consider LET a jihadi group. You know why? If a jihadi group is being monitored and controlled by a political group called ISI, how can this be jihad? The control of a jihadi is only with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a politically motivated group. You ask about Jaish-e-Mohammed, I say the same thing. Coming to Al-Qaeda, what is the history of Al-Qaeda? You know any background of Al-Qaeda?
Yeah, I read Abdul Bari Utwan's work on Al-Qaeda.
Who?
And the same Abdul Bari Utwan, he is a Palestinian Sunni scholar. In the latest and recent work, he said that the majority of the leaders of either Al-Qaeda or Islamic State, they subscribe the Salafi ideology.
Yeah. See, again, that is what I'm saying. Please go impartially to read something. Statements like this, I can quote you 1,000 statements which go against you, which goes against somebody. Impartial. My entire talk, I didn't favor a single extremist group. I didn't favor a single extremist group.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. But I didn't do it for your appreciation. I did it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That is my duty.
I did it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second point, I can't take anybody who comes prejudiced and gives statements to make somebody good anywhere, sitting anywhere. See, when you talk of Al-Qaeda, don't quote those. I never heard the name of that scholar whom you are quoting. Who is that scholar?
He's a world-renowned scholar. He is the editor of Al-Qudus Al-Arabi, published from London.
Please, I'll tell you something.
Very famous Arabic newspaper.
He may be famous for you. How many of you heard his name, brothers? How many? No, fine.
He's an editor.
No. How many of you heard his name? See? You said he's very famous.
Very famous.
See, how many people read him? You know him. If you know him and a few people say he's very...
No.
See, popularity...
This is very callous.
No.
Very callous.
Listen, it's not callous. Please be very polite with your terminologies. It's not callous, it is honest. When you are projecting somebody to be very popular, people should know him then. If the people don't know, he's not very popular. He may be popular amongst the journalists. I will agree to that.
Those who watch BBC or Al Jazeera, he is a very good interpreter or political commentator.
Whoever is given...
And also a columnist.
See, I will tell you, whoever is given a good chance on BBC, I think that fellow is not good for the Muslims.
Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera, you think it's an Islamic channel perfectly based on Islam? What is the background of Al Jazeera? What do you know about it?
A credible Arabic media.
Who
the one and only credible Arabic media is Al Jazeera.
For Muslims, the only credible media is the Quran. Nothing is credible contradicting the Quran.
Sorry, I am not talking about Quran, I am talking about media.
This is media. There is no better media than this. There is no better media than this.
I agreed, but I am talking in the different context.
No.
I am talking about media.
You call
mass media.
Quran is the best mass media. There is no better mass media than the Quran. There is no better mass media than the Quran. Why? Every mass media takes a U-turn. The Quran for the 40 years haven't taken a U-turn. It's same, it will remain the same always, mashallah. Now see, if you quote somebody whom you think is popular, some media channel thinks is a popular, it makes no difference to me. See, if you go that way, there is a person who was arrested in London for favoring the terrorist groups. Even he was very popular because he was also on BBC and CNN. So what does it mean? Anybody who comes on BBC and CNN, they have some scale or some registration, ISI mark, being perfect people. No. For us, perfect people are those who are compatible with Quran and Hadith. If they are not with it, for us they are the greatest rubbish and a burden on the Muslim Ummah if they are Muslims contradicting Quran and Hadith. We hate them. One thing. Secondly, coming to Al-Qaeda. Who was the founder of Al-Qaeda?
Osama bin Laden?
No, you have wrong information. It was Yusuf Azam. Yusuf Azam.
Azam, yes. Palestinian.
Yeah, he was not Osama bin Laden. You said Osama bin Laden.
No.
1940.
Azam, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
The second
Yusuf
person
Azam.
The second person is
Yes.
Osama bin Laden,
Yeah.
and the third one is the Egyptian doctor.
Zahiri.
Al-Zawahiri.
Yeah. How was it founded? What is the history of founding Al-Qaeda? Who helped Al-Qaeda be formed?
Of course, the imperialist forces supported and helped to...
You are in journalism. What is your profession?
International studies, specializing in history.
Mashallah. So there you are using all those terms which the people don't understand. When you say imperial forces, nobody understands.
Okay, America.
Don't, yeah.
Of course, America.
Yes, be
United
honest.
States of America.
Be honest. That's what I'm saying. You agree Al-Qaeda was formed by America. You agree to it. Right.
I mean, imperial forces means not only United States. There's so many other states also.
No, that, see again interpretation. Imperial force, first thing comes to the mind is America.
Yeah.
And being a journalist, be very honest with it.
Yeah.
Because journalists, if you are a journalist, give honest report to the people. Imperial force, that terminology imperial force is first used only for Americans. Who were the nurturing forces for Al-Qaeda? 1941 to 1989, Yusuf Azam lived. He was the founder. Americans supported him, not for the cause of terrorism. They supported him when they were fighting the Soviet Unions. When they were fighting the Soviets, Americans supported them. 1989, he died. Osama bin Laden became the leader there. Initial focus of Osama bin Laden. Can you tell me what was his initial focus as Al-Qaeda leader? You said you read so much about the author and Al-Qaeda. It's being recorded. When you came here to ask the question, you said about Al-Qaeda, you have read a lot through that author. What was the primary focus of Osama bin Laden when he became the leader of Al-Qaeda?
He was fighting the Soviet invaders.
That was almost completed. 1989, 1990,
yeah.
it was done. His primary focus was Kashmir independence. That was his primary focus initially.
That was in the later stage.
No, not in the later stage. I am coming to that.
Really?
1991, he changes the focus. So it's not a later stage. 1989 to 1991, only 2 years. His primary focus was Kashmir. 1991, when the Americans started invading Iraq in the name of Gulf War, when they entered Saudi Arabia, suddenly he diverted all his forces and attention to free all Saudi and Middle East regions from America. The diversion started. After the diversion, all the things reshaped in those regions. 1989 to 2011, Osama bin Laden remained undisputed leader of Al-Qaeda. What happened during this period? According to all the statistics that we get, Osama bin Laden's focus when it went on America, he started to promote violence against American interests anywhere in the world. And I say every American government has a right, and the people of America voted the government to defend their interests in America or anywhere in the world. When he started doing this, he was wrong. The Muslim organizations and Muslim forces were already opposing him. Show me one fatwa of any reputed mainstream Muslim leader who said Osama bin Laden is right. Nobody said.
Not even a single Muslim scholar.
So why that question, brother? Why that question again? Why are you being so guilty about that issue? Why are you feeling so supportive for American cry and hue? Why are you not talking about 654,000 Sunni Muslims killed in Iraq? You don't have the guts to speak that to Americans. If you have it, go and question them. You said you are doing research on history. 654,000 killed according to Lancet. According to Iraq body count, 122,000. Even if they have killed 122,000 people in Iraq, this is a number much more than the people killed by Al-Qaeda terrorism. But you don't talk about that then. Why? Why so guilty about it? Al-Qaeda did something wrong, they have done it. We condemn them. We call them terrorists. We don't say Al-Qaeda is a good organization, it's a Muslim representative organization. We don't say that. The condemnation is already there. But to come back again to say, what about Al-Qaeda? I was saying the same thing. If Al-Qaeda people hold a Quran in their hand, simply call them eccentric and lunatic. Don't connect them with Islam as a religion. Don't connect them with a majority of the Muslim community. Call them eccentric, call them a terrorist, call them lunatic. Help us. I am saying if Indian government gives me an opportunity, I would lead a real front for us Muslims here to fight jihad in the right way against these terrorists. I am ready to do it. So, coming to JAIYSH Muhammad, coming to all this about ISIS. How did ISIS come into being? How was it formed? Do you know the history of ISIS? Yeah, that's a good answer. You said you don't know. ISIS, initially it was called Jami'atul. No, Jami'atul Tawheed wal Jihad. In 1999 it was formed. It was formed by a Jordanian and his name was Abu Mus'ab Zarqawi, he was the founder to it. Why was it formed in 1999? The basic intention of forming Jamiatul Tawheed wal Jihad, which later on became ISIS today, it was formed because these people wanted to take revenge against the Shias committing atrocities against Sunnis in Iraq. That was the main intention. What happened later? In 2004, Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, he merged and gave alliance to Osama bin Laden. He said, you are our leader. And the organization took a new name for itself in 2004. The new name for that organization, it became as Jamiatul Qaedatul Jihad fil Balad ar-Rafadayan. And in English it was short said as Al-Qaeda in Iraq. This happened in 2004. January 2006, this same group, they attracted several Sunni Muslim groups, short groups. They merged all of them, they renamed themselves. And now they started to call themselves as Mujahideen, Shura al-Mujahideen. And it became the Mujahideen Shura, Jama al-Mujahideen Shura. It continued till 2009. In 2009, they gathered more Sunni organizations. And finally in 2009, Zarqawi was killed. After Zarqawi, the reins of this group was taken over by Umar al-Baghdadi and Abu Ayyub al-Masri. These two people, they took over the reins of this organization. They started it, and what happened? This was in 2010. The problem in Syria starts. Umar al-Baghdadi became the leader. End of 2010, Umar al-Baghdadi is killed. Both of them are killed.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
No. 2010, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi became the leader. Before them, Umar al-Baghdadi and Abu Ayyub al-Masri were the leaders. After their death, this Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi became the leader. After he became leader, that was end of 2010. March 2011, the fighting in Syria started. So because Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi and his group was actually fighting Shias in Iraq, they thought Bashar al-Assad is also a Shia. He is killing innocent Sunnis. So Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi sent one of his person. He was a Syrian-born person, a Syrian fighter. And his name was Muhammad Jilani. He sent Muhammad Jilani there, Abu Muhammad Jilani. He said, form a group in Syria, gather Syrian forces to fight Bashar al-Assad. This started in 2011. It continued till 2013. 8th August 2013, for the first time, through an audio tape, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi declares that this group that is formed there, through Abu Muhammad al-Jilani, by the name Nusra Front, that Nusra Front has merged with ISI, Islamic State of Iraq. That was what Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was ruling. Zahrawi, Al-Qaeda leader Zahrawi, he condemned it. He said there is no merging between both of you. Tensions started between both of them. Between whom? Al-Nusra Front and Baghdadi. Al-Zahwari, he became an emissary to solve it. Baghdadi didn't allow him to become the emissary. Tensions mounted further. This is the history of ISIS that you have today. When the tensions mounted, what happened? Zahrawi moved away. In 2013, he said, I am not involved anymore with these two groups. Let them do whatever they want. When this started, Baghdadi came into Syria and he started killing the people of Nusra Front, the Sunni Muslims himself. This is what was highlighted, that if you are a Sunni Muslim, how can you kill Sunni Muslims? So he started to say, Baghdadi, that anybody who is not going to support me is a kafir. This is against Islam. Therefore, you find unanimously all the Muslims, unanimously, more than 1,000 Muslim organizations around the world, they came together to condemn Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, saying ISIS is wrong. Because many youth who are sitting here who are getting wrongly motivated by ISIS, the ISIS is considering you and me Sunnis as kafir. If you don't take them as your leader, according to them you are kafir and you can be killed. This is 100% against Islam. 100% they are not on the right path, they are terrorists. There is no second thought about it. All said, who is the cause for all this terrorism? My question remains, if you are honest, give the answer in the public and leave. I hope I said it.
Taqabbalallahu minna wa minkum. May Allah give you long life as a da'i. Assalamu alaikum.